Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never gotta box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man JUSDUE shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's JUSDUE boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's JUSDUE. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What up? What up? How y'all feeling on this good Monday? Shout out to the JUSDUE family. We back again. Get y'all a good boxing build, man. Chop it up with the soon-to-be world champion. Like I said, I'm gonna always put that in existence, man. I'm gonna have the, this, like I said, the soon-to-be champion, Shadasia Green on. And we gonna build with her, man. It's been a while, man. It's been, I think, over a year since I talked to her and had her on here the first time. And since then, man, she's put in some work, I think it's been 3 fights since the last time I talked to her. So we're definitely gonna chop it up for a minute. I'll try not to take too much of her time, but we're gonna build on this good boxing and let her know that we rock with her, win, lose, or draw. Despite the one hiccup, we still on board and we rocking with her 1,000,000%. Y'all already know, you catch this on the playback. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, hit them notifications, all that good stuff. And we gonna build. Russell Casey, what it do, my guy? Jannar Hill in the building, was good, fam. Skywalker Boxing, Don, was good, fam. Oh, then what up with it, bro? What up with it, man? Jersey got a lot of talent, man, and y'all know I'm all things Jersey, unapologetically. I'm all things boxing, but I'm definitely always gonna be all things Jersey as well, man. And like I said, she was once upon a time the best kept secret, but she's no longer a secret, man. The cat's out of the bag, and a lot more people know her name than initially, so that's always a good thing, man. So I'll just give her a quick second to, click the link, get up in here, and we're gonna build on it, man. We're gonna build on it. How y'all feeling today, man? We're a little early too. I had to adjust the time. Y'all know how I go. I know how I go. But shout out to Shadasia Green, man. We just seen her this past July. What was it? July 20th. July 20th, I believe it was. Oh, when she fought Natasha Spence, UD. But, she had a couple fights before that I wanted to, chop it up about, especially her loss, because I know that's one that she definitely want to get back. That's one that I know we definitely want to see her get back too, So Shout out to the Sweet Terminator, Shadasia Green. How y'all feeling though, man? Work listening. Salute to Skywalker. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Oh, all right, bet. My bad, y'all. I was looking for something. Okay, we about to get it going. So I want to welcome a special guest. She always gonna be a special guest. Family over here. You know, the soon to be champ. Like I said, we're gonna keep putting that in the air because I believe in her and I believe she'll be world champion soon enough. But y'all, I want y'all to welcome the soon to be champ. Like I said, Shadasia Sweets Terminator Green, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. It's always good to talk to you. Good to see you back in the building.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad to be here over at
Oh,
Just
man,
Family.
you're always welcome here. The key is always under the mat, man.
I
The key is
appreciate
always under the mat.
I
So
appreciate
before I even ask any of these questions, I want to ask you first and foremost, how you feeling today, man? How's life treating you, man?
life is good, enjoying the marriage life and getting back into the gym.
Right.
My mom just got married a week ago, so
Congratulations to your mom as well. I
yeah,
know she's still sporting a smile ear to ear. It's good to
she's
see it.
definitely a
Right.
beautiful bride. I played a big part in that, being the
Right.
MC and whatnot. But
Mhm.
I feel great. I'm getting ready to go on my vacation for my anniversary. Marks
Right.
2 years since me and my wife been married. But
Congrats to y'all as well.
thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Right. So, man, it's been I think over a year since I had you up here, and I think you would. I believe, not. I believe you were 12-0 at the time.
Yeah.
Since then, you put in some work. You had a couple, victories and one not so much go your way. But we're gonna talk about it because why I want to highlight this because this is a prime example for me to show you as a fighter and anybody that's listening how we support the fighters, win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? A hiccup, it don't mean nothing. You're gonna be right back at it, and
Yep.
I wholeheartedly believe you're gonna be a champion. That
I
I know.
that
That I
I
know.
that man because that's exactly what's gonna happen. My last fight, well, my loss, man. I went through so much in the midst of camp, and a lot of people don't know about it, and a lot of my stablemates say, hey, yo, save that for a book. But what I want to highlight on that is that depression, mental awareness, and seeking help for things that you're going through is real.
Mhm.
We fighters, we go out there, we already got to fight our competitor, we got to fight the fans, we got to fight, not necessarily fight the fans, but we got to hear what they saying, and be at battle within. And
Right.
then you get into a certain situation where you battling your own internal team.
Mhm.
That
Right.
really takes a stance on your performance. Can't blame it completely on everything else. I just didn't show up that night.
Right.
I
Right.
regret every minute of it, but honestly, I'm happy it happened because the team that I have in line now and the way things are going, and it
Uh-huh.
it really is. We need that. We need that L to pursue and push us forward.
Right. So no, I want you to re-say that. You don't have no regrets, man, because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
might sound like cliche. That is going to make you better. I believe it.
absolutely.
Your energy, I could feel it after that loss. You wasn't feeling it, and
Yeah,
one of the things that turned me on to you was seeing how you don't like to lose.
no,
You're a competitor. You don't like to lose. So me knowing that ahead of time, I kind of knew what to expect. I'm like, she gonna go back in the lab. It's gonna
yeah.
sting a little bit. She gonna be back
Oh,
in
It,
the lab.
it, it stung a lot.
Mhm.
I think Barry Porter, who's my head trainer now, who's been in my
Right.
my corner, who actually taught me the sport. I think he had the hardest job because he was tiptoeing on how to come at me, how to train me, and how to
Mhm.
do certain things. And that's why I say he had the hardest job, because he really couldn't be himself in the beginning because he didn't know how I would respond to certain things. And then
Right.
he got a feel, and he saw that I was okay, I was better, and so he
Mhm.
started being himself.
Right.
Him
Right.
being himself, oh my God, it is
Mhm.
crazy.
Better for you though, right?
Yeah,
For him to be
absolute
himself. Better make y'all a stronger team.
facts.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting that you started off by highlighting some of the things you were going through, and like you said, somebody probably did give you a good suggestion to save it for a book, but not to detail too much on that situation. But I was going to ask you about that because I watched interviews and I seen the passion in your voice when you were speaking on it, like how much you went through. And over here, I always try to highlight it's a difference between somebody that's making excuses and somebody that has legit reasons, some stuff that they're going through. So it's always important for y'all fighters to be able to tell y'all stories. So I appreciate you even adding that little bit and highlighting some of the things you're going through, because that's something I was going to ask you for sure. And I mean, we never know. We just see the finished product. We just see y'all on fight night. So, I mean, that's why I always ask you, how was training camp? Because I know it starts with training camp.
It does. The fights are won in training camp.
Right.
Unfortunately, me having that big signing with MVP, and stars were bright. MVP is great.
Right.
They really put into the fighters, and they're phenomenal as far as business aspect. Like, they know how to promote you. They know how to get you to where you need to be or continue. So, I guess when I signed with MVP, like, a lot of things in my personal team started to change. Like, I just noticed certain different conversations and certain grabs and pulls for struggles was
Right.
just, or for leadership was different. And here it is, like Barry always told me, like, you're the boss, you're the leader of this. But it was a lot of going behind the back and other nonsense to like deter MVP away from me. So when I sat down with them, I'm saying to them, like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. I'm not even that good for you guys to be going through this.
Nah,
And
you
they
that
told
good.
me,
You
you're
that good. You
like
that good.
you're that good. So it was a lot behind the back betrayal. So I mean, me being a female fighter, I'm emotional. You trying to take food off of my family's
Right.
table, and I
Right.
worked hard to get here with you guys. Why would you do this to me? So of course I confronted the situation, and in the middle of the camp, I got kicked out of my hometown gym. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I got kicked out. Had to train at a new place. The trainer, terrific, is he's a great trainer. He went with me at the time, but it just wasn't like it was a lot of things going on, so
Right.
here I am and my corner has changed. I don't have somebody who I looked at as a manager, as a big brother, as he wasn't there. We were beefing and going through it.
Wow.
So it was just a lot of things that I thought I was over after everything that had transpired and finishing out camp. And I just kept questioning myself, like, am I
Right.
ready to deserve
Right.
this?
Right.
So
Right.
I went in that fight, and like, if you notice the first 4 to 5 rounds, like, I was absent. Like, it really wasn't me. You can notice that when I walked out. Like, I was just in that moment of, first
Yeah.
of all, a huge moment. The crowd is packed. My biggest
Yeah.
moment of my life.
Right.
Why is it all happening to me now? So, like I said, I can't tell you how much I'm glad it happened. That was a huge stage, and
Right.
I can only promise that I'm gonna be superb from here on out.
Right. Wow. So you went through all of this stuff, and this is you talking about training camp for your title fight.
Yep.
Oh man, and it's crazy. Without asking, you was like you know what I was going to ask you about, because you know. Because
They
again,
my life.
I love to hear the story.
Yeah.
I don't hear excuses. I want to hear what you went through, because I know it's real. I know how hard it is. I could just imagine, should I say, how hard it is to do what you're doing. So for you to go through all of that, that's like your nucleus, your core base being kind of
Yeah.
shaking up, and then saying, go fight a title fight, go win this title.
Yeah.
And take us through that. I mean, once you dealing with all this, you it's fight night now. I believe what, December 15th?
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
15th of
So
last year. I mean, take us through it. That night comes. I mean, what's going through your mind on fight night?
So I had been grieving every day since that happened during like mid camp. Like, I my wife is a witness. I was coming home. I was doing a lot of like emotional crying and spilling
Right.
out. I would go to the gym and I'd just be training and going through the motions.
Right.
Now, my trainers, their job was to get me 100% ready. They did that. I think both of my trainers seen a change, of course. I think that they see it affected me, but they had a job to do, so they didn't really bring it to my attention.
Right.
So now fight night comes, and I'm having this immense amount of anxiety attacks.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like, I can't believe this is happening. And the only way that I know it's happening is because I Googled it, my symptoms, what I was doing.
Right.
I took like
Right.
10 showers.
Mm.
And I'm having them. I reach out to my coaches and they're like, yo, one of my coaches like, this normal. You just nervous. I go to my other coaches, he like, it's gonna go away, you know?
Mm.
And I'm in the room, I'm emotional, I'm isolating myself from my family, I'm eating in the
Mm. Right.
this is what I got to do what it takes to be victorious in this fight. Now,
Right.
really, skill wise, is not like something crazy close. She's more
Mm.
experienced. She's mauling, grueling. I still feel that same way. It's nowhere near close. I'm supposed to go out there and do what I do, box, look good, jab, but
Mm.
I just kept thinking the whole time, like, I can't wait for this to be over with.
Right.
Now, throughout the week, the press conference, the weigh-ins, I'm good. But fight night,
Mm.
for some reason, I'm just like, I just can't wait to get this over with. As
Mm.
a fighter, that's your worst thought. You never want to
Right.
think. You want to.
Right.
You should be, and you. The best thing for you to be is in the moment. Embrace the moment. Enjoy the fight.
You earned it. Right.
So that's not what I was. And by the time I walked downstairs to make my grand appearance, I was exhausted. Like, I was just like,
Wow.
my
Mentally, emotionally.
my family knew it. Like, when I walked
Mm-hmm.
see me, I'm like, y'all get in that car, we gonna get in this car. I didn't even really get dressed to make my
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
appearance. So, and then I just kept like praying. I put everybody out of my dressing room, and
Wow.
like, this is the moment you should act as if you coming home from sparring. You coming home
Right.
with family, you're gonna eat, you're gonna talk about sparring, and I just did the opposite. Even the week of the fight, like, I
Right.
just did the opposite. My babies was there, like my whole family was there, and I just
Mm-hmm.
embraced the moment. And so,
Right.
um, her being experienced and being here at this level a couple of times, she got the best of me, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she talks a lot about it now, even after my victory. But I got help. I got
Right.
therapy,
Right.
and I'm such at a different place in my life where I don't even feel the need to respond back, because I think that some people was upset, but a lot of people know what it is. They said it to
Mm-hmm.
me, like, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't look right coming out. You didn't look right in your dressing room. So, like, I really don't feel the need to explain myself or go back and forth with her, because
Right.
it was
Right.
all about me.
Right.
You won. You caught me on a bad day, but I beat myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right.
not fine with it, but I'll take
Right.
that.
You made peace with it. Right.
hmm I had
Right.
to. I had to move forward. I had to.
Right. Right. Man, I appreciate you sharing that, man. That's a lot. And we, yeah, we hear it from y'all all the time how mental, how if your mental is off in a fight, then you dealing with some emotional stuff too. So I sound like you was just preoccupied and it was just weighed on you all the way up until that moment, supposed to
Yeah,
be the best moment of your life, and it end up not being one of your best moments. But
yeah,
I mean, that fight was damn close. I hope you know. I don't know if you know. Like,
no,
I don't, I ain't saying you watch the numbers, but I got some numbers in front of me. Do you want
yeah.
to know what they are in terms of punches landed, man?
I think I heard the punches landed. I think she landed two more than I did.
Green landed 77, which is you out of 240. Cruz Dezern landed 78 out
Wow.
of 382.
What's crazy is the lady from the WBC. She locker room. She gave me a medal, and big shouts out to my wife. She rushed back there looking so amazing,
Mhm.
and sitting down, and she kneeled before me and was like, "You still the best female fighter in the world." And I really couldn't, like, I'm looking at her in her eyes like, damn, I just lost. Like,
Mhm.
and the lady came right back right after her and was like, I smell a rematch. And I'm like, damn, like, because it was a lot of up and down,
Mhm.
why did the
Mhm.
ref allow her to do so much? But it's not about what the ref allowed. If you see in my last fight, I wasn't going for that holding shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that. Like, we not
Mhm.
about to hold me. We not about to, I'm gonna make you not want to hold me because
Right.
so
Right.
I give a shout out to her though. She was much more experienced at what it was that she don't. But we knew that. I told you she
Right.
was a football player before. I
Mhm.
feel the same way. Is
Right.
I still feel
Right.
that same way.
Right. For
Yeah.
sure. Man, it was still a hell of a fight. Not just saying that, it was. I called it live. Only reason I was feeling anyway, because I was feeling it for you. I wanted it for you. But
I
I
appreciate
mean, for you to, what an off night look like. I've seen you enough times to know. And I'm past excuses. I watch boxing. I know what's up. And for you
yeah.
to get started as late as you did, like you said, about first 5 rounds, it was like
I was
when
not
you did, it
yeah.
was like,
When
yeah,
when when I did get started, you seen that there was a clear difference. Even in the fact that one time I heard her
absolutely.
and they didn't call it a knockdown. That was a knockdown.
Absolutely. I remember.
On the front of the fight,
Right, right.
like he gassed out after 5-6, and
Yeah,
I remember I never forget Barry kept telling me like, "Sweet, she's done,"
mm,
and that's when I'm waking up like, "Oh shit, I'm
right,
in the fight. Like
right,
we're here."
right.
So I can't say these things without people saying, "Oh, it's an excuse." So I kind
Yeah, I'm letting you know. With me though, we have real bills. I know what the excuse is, and I know what reasons are. Like that stuff you dealing with is real, and people
of
could take it for what it is. That's real. So over here, we gonna build you up because, like I said, man, it could have went a totally different way, and for you to be having to go through all of that, be able to compartmentalize, kind of snap. You still gave a great performance. Anybody that's truly a supporter of yours is just twice as much as a supporter now after seeing you fight. And like I said, one punch separated y'all.
hmm
One punch. I always want you to consider that,
yeah,
knowing all the stuff you was going through and how absent you felt like you was for the first 5 rounds. Still
great.
one punch that separated y'all.
I
So
know those
it was a
details.
great fight.
Knew that we both threw the same amount of punches,
Mhm.
I can appreciate that, man. But I'm not even shocked and surprised that you do your homework like that, man.
Mhm.
You're a phenomenal a person that we need. We need in the sport of boxing that really
Appreciate
take
you.
an inside look on what's going on and
Yeah.
actually know the statistics and how to fight.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I appreciate you, man.
You
Like I
got to do the homework. You
gotta
got to be a student. I know that's something that a fighter is always going to be able to appreciate. So I got criticism and opinions just like anybody else, but I also have a fair amount of understanding that most fans don't have or support. They don't have it. They just critique, critique, critique. When I
yeah
see something off and I'm watching you time and time again, and then you get a chance to see you like something is clearly not right there,
yeah
and it doesn't hurt to talk about them things. Like I said, it all depends on who you're having a conversation with. With me, I'm
that,
always trying to let y'all, because it's always a story within the fight. You get what I'm saying? And we see the finished product. We don't know what y'all go through. So, like I said, I don't hear excuses. I hear reasons. And again, I know it's not an excuse because you make sure you give her credit. Hey man, she more experienced. Look, she got it. Yeah, she won. You say it every time. So it ain't an excuse to me. That's real. And I appreciate you sharing it because it's something that most people probably wouldn't even want to, offer up in a conversation for that reason. Criticism. Oh, she's making excuses. I don't hear that. So I definitely appreciate you. And
appreciate
look, a rematch, if it was ever a fight that it should be a rematch, it's definitely that one.
Oh, I want that so bad.
And that's moving me to my next point. So after that, I mean, look, I know it was tough on you. What was it like, after, you done finally you took your first defeat? I know that probably was a mountain to climb to get back to where you at now. You look relaxed and refreshed.
I went through therapy.
Mhm.
I had a lot of bad days, but I had
Right.
a support around me. I had a new team. Not
Mhm.
necessarily new, but Barry being and head coach. I still keep in contact with my other head coach. He decided to go back to the people who kicked me out where I wasn't allowed. So I was a little bitter about that, but not too much where I let it like really like control my emotions. Like I said, Barry had the hardest job, and then I'm going to a place that I've been training my whole pro career. I'm going back there anyway, so um I just got back in the gym like right after the loss. Honestly, we had been working for so long, and that's why actually like we decided after this camp like we all need a nice vigorous break because we did so much. And I gave up complete control of my camp. I didn't
Mm,
tell them what I needed to do, what I wanted to do. I had no saying or inclusion on what it is that we were going to do.
mm,
I totally just showed up, whether it was 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I might have showed up mad, like, damn, this is
mm, mm.
showed up, and I gave 150%, and I'm seeing the benefits of it now. I went to the gym today to restart camp or whatever,
Mm,
and my team is working while I'm taking a break. They're still
right,
working.
right.
It was very emotional. It was a lot of emotional pain, and I had to get over what it was that really put a dagger in my heart. I had to forgive a man that really
Mm,
hurt me like so much.
mm, right,
I don't necessarily have a lot of positive relationships with males.
right,
I don't talk to my biological father. My
right,
people who are father figures, one has passed away, one just married my mother.
right.
So
That's real.
I had in the middle of the camp, I realized like I was doing stuff that I never did before. I remember I was in a cold plunge.
Mm,
Coach, one of my strength and conditioning coach and my mental coach, Coach Wall, he was saying, he always say, go through your 10 things that you're grateful for. And if you get to 10 and time is not up, repeat them again.
mm,
I remember I would get in that cold plunge with my socks on and I'd be like, yo, I hate this shit, bro. This is crazy. Like, this is
right,
not like this is what not normal people do. You got us outside going in the cold plunge, but he did it for a reason. We would go from the cold plunge to the sauna. So the one day I remember, I think it was on a Wednesday, and I got in there and I went through 10 things, and then I started a new list. And I
mm.
swear to God, that was the day that I forgave that man. That was my manager that let all that shit happen.
What at that point did you feel like that was that turning point where you could start finally
Well,
getting back to you?
I felt the turning point before, but that was the icing on the cake. Like
Mhm.
without the icing on the cake is just gonna be the cake. But the icing, especially what kind of icing it is, like come on,
Right. I
is
like that.
we take the cake, the mom making cake, we take the icing thing that's in the icing, she put the icing on the cake, we take the bowl, we lick it, it's delicious.
Right. Right.
It's in the cake. So
Right.
that was my point for me. Like, what? I just really think that and say that, and then I went through it again, and I'm like, yo, I'm good, And then I
Right. Right.
seen him without no hate, no red, no blood, no nothing.
Mm,
Didn't want to do anything but just wish him happiness and pray for
right.
him, bro. I started realizing like it's not even about me. Whatever happened and whatever transpired, maybe he was going through something. I'm not
Mm,
making excuses for him, but not looking at what he did. I'm looking at what might have put him in that position to allow it, and
right.
that I knew I forgave that man.
Right. Man, that's real. That's dope. Again, I appreciate you sharing that, and I feel like this you went through this stuff for a reason. Just hearing it, you went through it. You went through it. You got through it. Now
Yeah,
you about to get to it.
yeah,
So
exactly. That's a you. I might put that on the shirt. You went
yeah,
through
oh,
it.
you got to,
Now
got
you about to
to.
do it. That's exactly how I feel.
Right, that's the process. It's like you go through it, then you got to get through it, then you able to get to it. And it seemed like without you going through it, you couldn't get through what you was going through. You know what I
I would,
mean? And
I would,
now
I would have
here
been
you are.
blind.
Right.
Um, I would have been because it really wasn't him that was doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was his wife. So I probably possibly would have been blind. And I also feel like, things transpired and we separated our ways, but that was probably his way of saving me. Like, you know what? I do love you this much and I invested in you, but maybe we need to split terms so that you possibly could be your best self and have that best
Mm,
because what's going
mm,
on here, I
mm,
know I see it and I can't necessarily like, yo, chill because
mm,
that'll be me putting you first. And so it's just so many things that this situation really helped me grow as a woman, as an individual, as a business person, and I'm grateful for it. I really am.
Man. And again, that now I feel like your next chapter really could start. And
Oh
sometimes that's why I say it sound like I mean we know what a law says, but I also know what a lesson sound like. It
yeah,
sound like you learned one going through what you're going through. Sound like it made you better. Sound like you more at peace. And like I said, this next chapter is gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. So after you processed all these different things, now you back in the gym for your most recent bout, which was just back in July,
hmm
with Natasha Spence.
yeah.
What was that training camp like? Because remember, had a fight where you was going through a lot. So for all you to deal with all that, what was that like getting back to yourself?
This training camp was, like I said, it was completely different. It was tough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I remember the night before the fight, Natasha Spence had kind of like bullied my wife and my team. Her team had did it all week because I was in the room chilling and just training and eating. Whatever. I'm never really much on the same during the fight week because there's a bigger focus.
Right.
So I was surprised to see her like really talk to me crazy at the weigh-in, but
Mm-hmm.
I kept saying to myself and laughing to myself like there is no way this girl's gonna beat me because
Right.
proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I just kept thinking about those 4 a.m. days and then having to be back at the gym at 8 or 9 and having to deal with Barry, who's just like, I don't care if your arm is about to fall off. We're gonna get this done. Like the training that I did, I felt like it was really my first professional camp. And that scares me because I know
Mm.
camp was only going to get harder. Like I said,
Wow.
I didn't play it. I didn't have a say so in any of this. All I had to do was show up and shut up and get to work. And
What was it about it that made it so much different? Because that's very interesting. So
just
much different than
the
all your other
control,
training.
um, you know, the strength and conditioning coach first and foremost, like Coach Wall, like he had his own schedule
Mm-hmm.
and he would do it at, he also he's a wrestling coach and he's a gym owner, so he has other schedules that he has to apply to. So my schedule, like he would say to me, like sometimes he would say to me while I was running and struggling, he'd be like, not at your pace, Sweets, Ted's pace, Kirk's pace. And I'm like, bro, I'm training with these people, they not doing what I'm doing, why I gotta keep their pace? But I wouldn't say, I
Mm-hmm.
genuinely try to run,
Mm-hmm.
and we was doing stuff different every day. And then he introduced me to the recovery day. I
Right.
remember the beginning when we were planning the schedule, I'm like, yo, Coach Wall, I'm good with doing strength and conditioning twice a week. He was like, I'm sorry, Sweets, that's not gonna work for me. And I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
we doing like the schedule, we get into it every single day. He has something new. Like, and while we be training, there would be a time where I'll be like, damn, this shit hard. It hurt. Like my arms would be swelling up. I could see my arms swelling up. And it'd be,
Mm-hmm.
finish strong. We want to be here.
Right.
It's the
Right.
last round. She don't want to be here. We want to be here. So that shit started sticking to me. Like, yeah, I want to be here.
Right.
Like even on days that I really wasn't feeling it, like I was tired, he'd be like, "There's no other place I'd rather be," and I'd be like, "What the?"
Mm-hmm.
So I knew from get that I was like really training different. And
Right.
Barry, he would be like annoyed if I'm like coming in. I'm like, yo, Barry, it was a rough day today,
Mm-hmm.
tired.
Right.
It's to get to a point where Sweets, I really don't want to hear that.
No.
Like, they going home, they chilling, they eating or whatever. And I think that's why, like, I've been training too, but I took some days off too for myself because I realized how hard of a camp I've been through. Like, I really went through it last camp.
Right.
Even in sparring, like if I wasn't giving him something that I wanted that he saw that I did in the last fight, even though he knew what I went through, he would really
Mm-hmm.
stop and then
Yeah.
like embarrass me, but put me on the spot. Like, yo, like, and I'm just like, damn, just to have people really care about how you perform, how you show up, how your mental state is. I never,
Mm-hmm.
I never really truly had that, and I never really been in a camp that where it was completely about me. Like
Mm-hmm.
even with the people around me,
Mm-hmm.
They training with me. I'm sparring them, but it's like we are all here to obtain one goal.
Right.
In my last situation, it was hard because it was like, you're going back and forth. You're talking to MVP, all to obtain some sort of position for your daughter. Like,
Mm-hmm. Right.
damn,
Right.
like that, and where I'm
Right.
from, it like that.
I
Crabs in
see. Mm.
crabs in the barrel.
Right. So I see people asking just so they clear. They saying, do you have a different team? So you had to kind of.
Nah, I mean, yes, I no longer had the management I have. Now it's completely MVP. And my head trainer, Terrific Gist, we're still cool. He's still a great guy, good trainer. But I have elevated my trainer who actually introduced me to Terrific Gist, Barry Porter, to my head
Mm-hmm.
boy and youngster who
Right.
was training me since I was 15.
Right.
That's the
Right, man. Man, that's dope, man. So I got it right. Glad
Yep.
I do my homework. MVP promotions, man. And
Yeah.
I think that's dope because that's why, I put them in the thumbnail. Y'all got a nice core team that y'all building. I like what's going on over there. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's that experience been like for you and seeing not just yourself have opportunities, but, a guy like Jake Paul is providing opportunities and kind
Yeah.
of facilitating something I think is overlooked in boxing. I think it's a little overlooked, and I want to hear from a guy, somebody that works with that guy, Jake Paul, somebody that works directly with him, as opposed to me looking from my seat. So, what was that like for you?
You gotta understand, like,
Mhm.
he is a company who is based on, bringing fighters in with special talents and
Right.
put on platforms that can identify and really bring in those eyes that are needed to be, like, got basically different fighters who probably didn't have these platforms, or this MVP. Anything they throw is a huge platform. You
Mm-hmm.
got to think about it. Amanda Serrano, legendary. She's been legendary, but now they're putting eyesights on her and
Mm-hmm.
promoting her like she should be. She's the
Mm-hmm.
queen, right?
Right. Right.
Now, gotten to the point where she can make the decisions that she want, fight who she want. This should have been happened for her, but
Right.
MVP stepped in and did it for her. She's the boss in her own right.
Amazing.
Jake
Amazing.
Paul, he's not just behind the scenes, but he's getting better every single fight, and he's taking the initiative to excel and work on
Mm-hmm.
his craft
Mm-hmm.
to soon fight for a title.
Right.
He could be selfish in his own right.
Right.
He really could.
Right.
Paul was made. He had his own individual alley before boxing, so he took
Right.
everything that he had, and now he's like, you know what? Let me bring some others up.
Right. Right.
Well, it's gifted from God. I believe so. His
Mm-hmm.
last fight, dude got lucky. That's exactly what I believe. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
H2O in action. I've actually watched H2O and been like, what the his father's a great trainer. Like, he made me
Absolutely.
want to go back to the gym, work on my reflexes, work on my punch output. Like, everybody around me, I want to take something from them.
Right.
Even Wanda. Wanda is gonna be a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Right.
out there. He already has a social media platform to follow him, and that's as far as acting and everything else. But
Right.
can't take from him that he is a phenomenal fighter. You know,
Right. Right.
I think that MVP has a business sense that a lot of other companies don't have. They already have it in mind what it is that they want to do and what they want to conquer. They kind of like lay it out already. But when they come to you with the respect of what it is that you want to. When they talk to you,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, MVP was probably the one company that reached out to me when I lost. I'm going back to my locker room thinking like, yo, it's over. Like, I just,
Wow.
I just,
Wow.
you got Nikisa coming back to my locker room telling me like, look, he told me straight up, you just gotta let me know what you want to do. We all take a loss. I'm like, damn.
Right.
So
Right.
all in that, I'm like, bro, I cannot let these guys down. Like,
Right.
I was
Right.
trying hard before. Now, if you gotta carry me out on a stretcher because I
Right.
was so bad for myself,
Right.
but I had a, a most valuable promotions. That's what, let's call it what
Right.
it is.
Right.
We all are winners in our own right, and they didn't get.
Absolutely.
They knew a lot of what was going on. They helped me throughout my camp.
Right.
Like found out, they like, all right, you going here, what you need from us. Totally
Wow.
behind me 100%. Like, okay, you going here, you going there. Like they knew because they were a part of it, and they just was like, oh, I can't understand. But forget that. Let's just focus. This is the biggest fight of your life. You're gonna be a world champion, and
Wow.
I couldn't shake it.
Right.
But they helped me to understand that this is a business and this cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew,
Mm-hmm.
but it happens. And then, like
Right.
I said to them, like, yo, I'm not this good for y'all because it was so much coming back to them, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure like they never dealt with this drama, right?
Right.
One of
Right.
such a huge company and professional people never dealt with this drama. I'm a new signee. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't even know why y'all want to deal with this. I'm not that good. And they telling me, no, you're that good.
Yes, I'm glad they told you that.
Yes, they were watering my plant.
Right.
They
See,
were,
that's real. That's
and
real.
that because you got things like imposter syndrome, like all this is happening. Imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a point in your life and you make every excuse of why you feel. I learned this from my therapist. You
Mm-hmm.
make every excuse of why you feel like you don't belong. You question everything. Like, should I be here? Why am I here? Like, I had to get over that shit, man. And
Yeah.
they were really great attributes along what I went through and why I am where I am. I
Right.
never made this amount of money without them. I fought.
Talk to
I,
him, man.
I fought for free. Fought,
Man, do y'all hear it? Do y'all hear what
I
she's saying?
fought for McDonald's, and it's true. Like
Said it again.
I fought for McDonald's, a double cheeseburger, a six piece nugget, and some fries, bro. Like,
And
and
if you can't support that, if you can't
yeah,
support somebody with a backstory like that, you don't love boxing.
that's
That's real, man.
I'm
Man,
saying.
that's real.
And I'm so grateful for them, man. They take really good care of me. They love my wife.
Mm-hmm.
They take care of my team.
Mm-hmm.
They respect me, and they most certainly put women's boxing on the map.
Right.
I see a lot of these girls now calling me out and saying certain things, and I think it's because they know that without a Jake Paul, a Nikisa, and the Envy Promotions, that the money is stale.
Mm.
And that's fact.
Mm.
Amanda
Mm.
Amanda and Katie Taylor is the first female fighters that I know to broadcast the purse at a setting price without the endorsements, without the sponsorships to make $1 million clear.
And who was pushing for that? Your guy, Jake Paul.
Much as we want to hate him, we have to love what he's doing. And this
Mm-hmm.
is what women has fought for many years: equal rights, right?
Right.
Equal rights, equal opportunities,
Right.
equal income, and he made it reality.
God, I respect that. I respect it, and I think sitting from my seat, we junkies. We love our boxing, right? And we used to what we used to. And when you see somebody kind of hit the ground running, I guess the way he did is different. His entry into the game is different. But I think that's also like watching it. I had the time, I had enough time to kind of look at it a different way,
Mm-hmm.
and if you look what long extensive amateur background that he got in boxing, so he didn't do it the traditional way. So
Oh,
the way he moved was not going to be in the traditional sense, and I understand it. So again, I'm past it because I could see if he was just taking the ball like you said and it's hogging it all for itself.
yeah.
Nah, he's moving the way he see fit. You can love it or hate it, support
Mm-hmm.
it or don't. But at the same token, he's providing that platform as you just like laid out that's getting people paid. And I think that's real, and that shit matter. Should matter because again, that punishment that y'all take is real. So to hear that he's getting y'all paid, I love to hear it, man. Shout out to Jake Paul and
Shout out,
MVP Promotion.
shout out to Nikisa. Nikisa is the co-founder of the company, and I talk with him every now and then. Real cool, smooth guy.
Right,
He knows his stuff.
right,
Mike Leonardi, like all those guys or all those people that play a element at MVP. And every
right.
time I go to an event, I, I ask for the least, but I feel like family. I,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person like Amanda deserves everything to be the boss where she's at. I still am a work in progress to get where she is. And I'm going to still respect the garbage man, the mailman, every opponent that they put in front of me. I'm
Right.
still going to be that humble person. Sometimes I can't believe that I come to these events and they like Sweet Terminator and who they gave me my name. I
Yeah.
couldn't about the sweets because Barry gave me that name when I was 15, but
Mm-hmm.
um I remember walking into facilities, they didn't have a clue who the hell I was.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the promotion of MVP, it's like I got
You get
fans worldwide. So why wouldn't
you
I
deserve
appreciate
it.
it? It's crazy. It's crazy the difference. It,
You
it,
deserve it.
yeah,
Yep.
man.
Speaking about that, man, and again, I appreciate all the insight because it gives people that's listening a different understanding. They get to hear it directly again from somebody that has hands-on experience to see how they're being treated. And it sounds like you sound like you found the right home. Sound like
I,
you made the right decision. Sound like you got the right people around you. And you know what leads after that, what follows the right results. And
yeah,
again, we can't wait to continue to see you moving forward. I got a few more things I want to ask you. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but speaking about Amanda Serrano, what is that like? I know you had a chance to watch her before you got to this point and to
yeah.
be able to share cars with her. What's that like? Is there any added pressure to perform? You like, hey man, I'm on a car with her, man. I gotta go out here. What's that like? Do it put any pressure on you?
Of course, man. Like you
Mm,
can't be under anything with Amanda Serrano and not have that pressure, but it's positive pressure.
right.
Um,
I like that.
Honestly, Amanda stopped me from talking crazy. There's
Mm,
a time where I was responding to everything, and Amanda really be getting hit with a lot. Like she be having heavier people call her out just because people
mm,
consider her as the GOAT.
right.
So and then I see how she, responds to the situation, how she carry herself. So it makes me go and take a step back and be like, okay, cool. Like that's like what would Amanda do?
Right.
So
Real.
and then, that girl fight, she come to fight 100%. It's hard fighting before her or after her.
Mhm. I
Hard
could
because
imagine.
you're gonna be
Mhm.
compared to her, and I don't expect to ever really be on her level as far as performing because she has so many years in the game, and like I
Yeah.
said, she's put and implemented things before we even thought of boxing
Mhm.
to be at this level. So if I can just be is half or leaving maybe 70% of what she is, I'm fine with that.
I understand that. But just to point this out, you are sharing the cars with her. You are in the same rooms. You are able to touch her, reach out, give
Yeah.
advice, be motivated by her. So, well, I'm saying all that to say you belong too, and that's what this is showing. This ain't happened by accident.
Nah,
This didn't
I
happen by accident.
that I appreciate that, man. That means so much coming from JUSDUE, man. I love that, and I've took that into consideration, and I kind of don't mind following her path, bro. She don't
Right.
really back and forth on Twitter and
Right. Right.
Instagram, and that's why you seen lately, like I've been getting shots from all over. I just was watching a podcast with Shills talking
Mhm.
about me on Sway, like calling
Mhm.
me punk, and we both know. I'm like you talking, you're pulling the triggers, and I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. Everybody around me is trigger happy, and I'm surviving.
Right.
That's
Right.
trigger happy. Respect me, like nah, champ.
Mhm.
You gotta watch
Right.
what you say. But I went into my
Real.
bag about how Amanda is successful in making it, bro, because she don't really respond to that type of shit. I'm doing
You
something.
know.
You calling people out their name and a punk and being trigger
Mhm.
happy. That's not what we should be promoting as black, beautiful individuals and black women who finally got
Understand
that
that.
platform to make the equal opportunity, the money. And
Right.
remember, I got a niece out here. My,
Mhm.
my niece, 3 years old. She watch everything I do.
Right.
Like the curse in front of her because she'll say that she think I'm cool. She'll say the curse.
Yeah.
I got nephews out here I'm raising.
Right.
I'm teaching them how to behave and treat beautiful women as well.
Mhm.
I got a daughter I'm out here raising, 16
Right.
years. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's just like, so Amanda is a great influencer for all around the world, for women all around, even men all around the world. So
Absolutely.
instead of taking the page out of so many, like I take a lot of pages out of Floyd book, but I leave those pages when he was brash and boastful, and
Mhm.
I'd rather take the Amanda pages and be like, you know what, I'm sorry you having a bad day, but God bless you.
I love it. I love it. I love the higher. I love the higher rule energy.
I got off that and was
Hmm.
talking shit, back in.
Hmm.
Now I'm back to like, I'm sorry you having a bad day.
Hmm.
My way to my gym in Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna train, and I hope you feel better afterwards.
Hmm.
I'd rather
Hmm.
take that page now.
Right. You heard that flex on her gym in Puerto Rico. They will put that work in. So stop
Right.
hating, man. Stop hating, man. That's dope, man. I love to hear that, man. And shout out to Amanda Serrano for not only putting on for herself, but being able to be a light, a bright spot in the career of somebody that I feel like is blossoming and being one of the best talents that we got, male or female, don't matter in boxing, period. So man, we gonna keep rocking with you. We gonna keep pushing forward, and we can't wait to see what's next. So, you know, um, that's the question. We always ask what's next. I know y'all always don't know what's next, but
Yeah.
I'll say it this way: if you had it your way, what would be next for you?
If I had it my way, I would want a rematch with Franchon Cruz / Savannah Marshall.
I still want to see that fight.
Back.
Still want to see it.
Give him
Still
to
want
me
to see it.
November 15th.
Y'all heard it. November 15th. Give her that fight, man. Pushing for it.
But if not, whatever MVP has next for me,
Right.
I'm
And
not in the business of turning down
I
anything.
respect that. I respect that.
You
And
know,
I think you in great hands. I think you in great hands. So I think the opportunity is going to be there. And I'm glad as a supporter of yours to hear that you was able to go get help for some things, find
yeah,
some people that you trust and get over it and get back to you. And we going to see the Sweet Terminator back in the ring. So you'll
absolutely.
be the
Soon,
leader.
and I want to say this too. Like
Mhm.
in our African American community, we frowned upon going getting mental help.
Right.
I gotta shout out my wife. A lot of people probably don't know I'm married to a female,
Right.
Daisha Bland.
Shout out to your wife.
5 years, 2 years marriage.
Hmm.
I'm a fighter, so it's hard for me to get insurance, but she gave me insurance, and this
Dope.
one helped me find a therapist.
Right. Dope.
And then Susie came along, which was
Mhm.
my mental coach.
Mhm.
Honestly, that was the best thing I could have ever done. I remember being like talking to my therapist for hours, and I'm like, "Am I talking too much?" And she's like, "Nope, you're doing the work."
Mhm.
So at first I thought I was getting scammed. Like, yo, I'm just talking to you. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
that's all.
sound like me over there.
You getting it out. You just getting it out.
Right,
Sometimes you talk to people who completely don't know you,
right,
don't
right,
understand what you're going through. Like
right.
killing me sometimes when my family members be trying to give me fight advice. I be looking at them like, did you ever fight? What the fuck? Like, why are you telling me what did? Yeah, but when you
Mm-hmm.
talk to the
Mm-hmm.
therapist, you're talking about your emotional and your childhood trauma and
Right.
and all of that. When you get off the phone, you really question because they're paid to do this, and a lot
Mm-hmm.
have done this. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like, let's not be afraid to go and get the mental help that we need. I mean, even if it's a failure from sports, it all
Right.
takes some sort of hit to your mental. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that I did it. And
Right. I'm glad too, and I think everybody around you glad, and you're gonna be the best version of yourself. Like I said, you just sound relaxed, laid back. You sound peaceful. You
I'm
sound
so,
peaceful.
and it's 85 degrees out. Shit is crazy around here. You really want to
Right.
know what I'm doing? I'm getting ready to make me some tuna fish. I'm getting ready to cook dinner for my wife and my daughter. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to finish watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And even that is therapy. Because
Mm-hmm. You
sometimes,
see, y'all, they regular people. The Sweet
yes,
Terminator is
all
a
the time
regular
I'll be
person.
like, okay, I wouldn't have done that in my marriage. All she wants is
Right,
confirmation.
right.
Like, yo, like this is what I sit home and do, and then get up and go to the gym tomorrow and do it all over again,
Rinse,
man.
rinse, wash, repeat. Yeah,
That's
hey,
it.
ain't nothing like your peace of mind, right?
Peace of mind is everything.
Everything, man.
There
Everything.
is.
So, man, I appreciate all your time, man. And I got one final question.
Absolutely anything.
In that given all your experiences, the situation you just went through, kind
Mhm.
of shifting your team, taking a loss,
Yeah.
bouncing back. What's one thing you could say to the people that you feel like you learned about yourself through all of this?
I've always known that I love hard.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta understand, and I think so. It's a combination of things, but I'm gonna sum it up to one. Like in this business, there is no love. Okay, it's business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you can love someone who you're doing business with, but you have to understand that they have to put their family first. They doing business with you, but it don't mean that they always love you, right?
Right.
And I think the most important thing is that sometimes when people upset us and they hurt us, we look at the action.
Mm-hmm.
We rarely take a look into the action and be like, okay, yeah, this person, like, come on, think about it. He had to put her first before he put you first. He probably didn't want to lose this or that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really like put ourselves in the other people's shoes of why we did what we did.
Right.
So I would say that boxing is a business. Separate.
Mm-hmm.
If you've heard this 10 times somewhere else, I'm telling you, separate love and business. It don't mix.
Mm.
And I'm
Right.
talking really having loyalty and love to a person, not no other relationship or anything.
Mm-hmm.
There is no love in business. There's
Right.
business and then there's love.
Right.
It's a
Um,
big mixture, and this business is brutal.
Right.
You'll
Man.
get over just for loving somebody, man.
Man, and that's real, man. They say it's a lonely business, and you seem like you understand it. And I
Oh,
think that's why you got the right people around.
yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
win.
I'm mistaken. Like, I know Barry loved me,
Right.
but I know that he knows business because when
Mm-hmm.
it's listen, he loves me, but I respect him enough to know that when it's time to pay him,
Right.
love don't pay his bills, and he
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
for sure. For sure. For
So
sure.
yeah,
Facts.
no,
Right. Respect to that, man. I feel that, man. And shout out to Barry, man. Shout out to Barry. Shout out to your entire team.
shout
Shout
out
out
to
to your mom. Congrats to her. Big
him.
shout out to your wife, your partner for, just being her, you know what I mean? And being
Yeah.
a great partner for you, man.
Mhm.
Shout out to you, man. One final question.
Okay.
Message. What message would you like to leave to your supporters? To all of Jersey, to everybody, even farther than Jersey, everybody that's rocking with Shadasia Green.
Listen, man. Shout out to Jersey. I love y'all. We got some great fighters coming out of Jersey. To all of my team, to all of the people that are still rocking with me. I
Mhm.
can't apologize enough for the letdown, but we needed that
We ain't
letdown.
let down.
We
We ain't
need
let
we needed that loss, guys,
down.
so
Mhm.
that y'all can get behind and see the best version of Shadasia, the Sweet Terminator Green. I
Right.
promise y'all, we gonna be all in folds on Just Do channel for a celebration of when I become undisputed super middleweight
I heard it.
world champion. We are gonna be celebrating soon, okay? Because
Awesome.
sometimes we need to lose, and it's called fail forward.
Right.
Fail forward.
Oh,
If
I like that.
you don't know how to go forward, man, I got that from Denzel Washington.
That's
Fail forward,
real.
fall 6 times, get up 7.
Step 7.
And that 7th time gonna be beautiful. So I appreciate y'all for still rocking with me. I love all of y'all. Reach out to me on Shadasia Green on Instagram, Facebook. I'm friendly. I try to reach out. I try to hit back everybody.
She
You know,
do. She been reaching out since I've been reaching out. She
yeah,
been reaching back.
everybody. There's a lot of like requests I might get weeks later, and I still
Right.
reach back out like, yo, I
Right.
ain't seen this
Right.
message. I'm a pillar in my community. I work for my community, but you know, listen, it's all love. It's all love.
And we rocking with you a million% of the way. And again, no letdowns from us, no apologies necessary. Real ones rocking with you. Like I said, win, lose, or draw. Cliche or not, that's real. That's how I'm built. Once I rock with you, I rock with you. I don't give a damn about the loss. It's about the person. And I'm all about the bounce back. So The hell with it, man. Y'all looking at soon to be world champion, man. Y'all could book it, bet it. It's gonna happen, man. We speaking into existence. So again, Chant, I appreciate all your time. And I'm definitely gonna stay in touch and I'll be reaching out. We can't wait to see you back.
Anytime you want, man. Thank you so much for having me on this amazing platform, man. You're doing a hell of a job. You know your statistics. You doing your homework, man. And just keep at it. Just keep up with it. And whatever.
We ain't going nowhere. We Jersey strong. You know how I go.
Shout out to JUSDUE. All love, man.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Man, y'all smash that like button. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope y'all appreciated that, man. It was really, I really enjoyed talking to her. That's not an interview. That's a build. That's a conversation. She dropped a lot of stuff that we didn't even know she was going through. That was truly, that's got it hands down. I think that was easily one of my favorite interviews to do, or boxing builds. That was fun. Like I had so many different questions but I didn't even have to ask them because she was just talking and telling me everything I wanted to hear and ask anyway, man. So again, big shout out to Jersey. Even bigger shout out to Shadasia Green. Like I said, she been treating me like family since I've been reaching out. So we gonna keep building like that. And we rock with her. Win, lose, or draw. We don't care about a loss. You know what I mean? We care about the individual. We care about the story. We like to see people winning, not just in the ring, but in life. And there's no different with her, right? So shout out to her family, her team. Big shout out to Jake Paul, because she dropped real jewels. She dropped real jewels. Like, where else you gonna find that? She said she fought for McDonald's. You can't rock with somebody that fought for me. And then she named the mill. We talk about humble. Man, bro, we support. We got Jersey. We got one. She ain't the best kept secret no more because everybody know. But that's a good thing. So again, man, shout out to her, man. I appreciate everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my brother Lonnie Lee, man, putting that color in the chat as always, showing love to your boy. Just some color shout out.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your JUSDUE.
Salute to everybody, man. And real quick, I usually jump right off after the interview, but I was gonna touch on some of the fights over this past weekend, or maybe the main fight with Christian and Bailey and Derevyanchenko. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Ramon. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, win, lose, or draw, we rocking with her for sure. But you know what? I'll save it. I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back. I'm gonna say this one because this was perfect. This one was special, man. So again, man, I appreciate everybody in the building. Salute to everybody that's rocking with your boy. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. And if y'all didn't catch it, make sure y'all catch it on the playback. We definitely gonna build on this one. I was gonna just, do a live and rock out, but I think I'm gonna stop it here and I'll be back and we're gonna talk some boxing, man. So again, much love, much appreciation to everybody in the building. Shout out to my JBT family. I see my big homie in the building, Hardcore Boxing News. Shout out to the Queen Shower, my cousin, Ashley's Corner, Thomas Hill, Ace, All Love, Ramon. I see Melanie Queen, Cass Sports, Samuel, my guy, Tim Stoudemire, my baby girl, the Queen, Miss JUSDUE, Jonathan 97, Dodge J. The rest of the gang, I appreciate all y'all, man. Another dope build in the books, man. Shout out to Shadasia Green, man. And we will be back with another one. So with that, y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this good Monday. And we're going to be back to talk some more boxing, man. Y'all already know. So with that, we're going to get up out of here. Intro, please.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man JUSDUE shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's JUSDUeboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's JUSDUE. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.